So, my guest today is my beautiful and talented niece, Sarah. And Sarah is the daughter of my second oldest brother, Tim. And Sarah comes from a family of talented siblings. But I wanted to do this podcast with her because I've never sung with her before, and she's got a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
So, your beginnings as a kid was a little bit different than mine in the way that you guys were all pushed into kind of theater besides the singing. What was that about?
It happened basically because Jessica, the oldest of us, was so talented in theater, and with me being so close in age, I just did whatever she did. So it wasn't actually anything that was planned or decided upon. It was just Jessica's doing this, so I kind of just did whatever she did.
Yeah.
And in every aspect of life. So that's really why I did it, is because my big sister was doing it. But I was never as good as her. She was definitely the theater, meant for the theater, and I was not. But getting into music was my thing.
Right. And of course, everybody else in your family too, Maria and Nick, it's a family affair as far as the music thing goes, right?
Yes, everybody has the bug in one shape or another.
Yeah.
And we were very much exploited upon that when we were young.
So are we.
Yes, I'm sure you can relate to that. But, Dad had us all doing variety shows at the local nursing home. We were like the Von Trapps. It was like I was playing, chopsticks on the piano, then my brother Nick would come up and do a magic trick. It was it was very much a family thing.
And I missed all that because I was in California when you guys were all growing up. So when did you first start? I mean, I know you were forced into taking piano lessons, or how did that?
It wasn't really a choice. It was like, you need to do something and pick what it's going to be. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll do this.
Right.
We had a piano at home, and I would kind of mess around on it and things like that. So I did, and I took lessons for just a couple of years, and then didn't feel like it was my thing.
Right. But it must have been part of your thing because you used it to write. And when did you first start writing? Was it with Aaron? Were you by yourself when you did that? Or?
I was into poetry for most of my life. I even have some little poems that I wrote as an elementary age. So that was very much my thing. And it wasn't until I met Aaron, who was already writing music, that I learned how to turn my poetry to music.
Oh, that is cool.
So that was the discovery, and Erin also moved to the school in her junior year, I believe. So we didn't get half of high school knowing each other. She moved, and she was the choir teacher's daughter, so she was always in the choir room. She was very involved with music. She was always in the choir room. So I just kind of got to know her.
So this was like a high school kind of age.
So I don't know if you're familiar with David Hassler but he is a poet from the area, and he came to the school and did kind of this class that you could take, an extracurricular type thing after school. And it was, we're going to make this thing with poetry and music, and we want kids to learn how to write poetry and music, and then we're going to make a CD and a whole production out of it. So we just, me and Aaron, becoming new friends, decided, this is cool. This sounds like something we could do. And that's that program.
Do you have the CD?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was called Got Hope. So that's what, and so David Hassler and Hal Walker did that together.
Oh, okay. I know Hal Walker.
You know Hal Walker, yeah. So they did that together, and for just maybe like, I don't know if there was like maybe 20 or 30 kids. It was just a select few. It was a small group of kids. So that was an assignment. This is what our theme is going to be. It's going to be hope. So if you're going to write poetry, write something about hope. If you're going to be writing music, write something about hope. And we did, and that was our first song that we wrote, and the first song that the first real song that I wrote with anybody.
And the two of you were singing together. I do remember that. I remember coming back for a visit. I think it was in 2000 or something. And you two did your song for the family at your dad's house, and you played the piano, right?
Yeah.
Now, I think I heard you say sometime, I don't know when, about trying out for American Idol. Did you do that?
I did that.
What was that like?
It was not at all what you would think it was like. It was very different. And when I tell people this, they just can't even imagine it, because it's not at all what you see on TV. But when I saw, being in my early 20s after the first season of American Idol came out, that was literally exactly what I was trying to do. I just wanted I wanted to write, I wanted to get my music out of there. At the time, I loved performing. I don't really like that anymore.
Right.
But at the time, that was what I wanted to do. So I thought, this is my chance, and all my friends were like, you got to audition. So they
Was it in Cleveland?
No.
Oh.
So I went to Detroit.
Wow.
That was the closest audition place, was Detroit. So I went to Detroit. Thankfully, I had a very understanding boss that was like, yeah, go ahead, take a couple days off, So I did that, and there was too many people that showed up. So they gave the first 100 people one color wristband, the next 200 a different color wristband, and the third 100 a third color wristband, and told the second 200 people to go home.
Wow.
They had no time for them. So all the people got auditioned, the first 100 got auditioned the first day, and so on and so forth. And I was in the second batch, I believe. So I spent the night there and auditioned the next day. But it was very much...
Sounds like a kind of like a cattle thing.
Very much so. Very much so. And actually the audition that you see on the TV show is, I think, the fourth audition that you go through. So when you go your first audition, it's just for producers. There's nobody famous in the room. The only reason why they have a camera is for liability reasons.
Yeah.
And you go in a group of 5 people. You step forward, you sing a verse and a chorus, you step backwards. You step forward, a verse and a chorus, step backwards, and that's it. And they go, 1, 2, 3, and 4, you're out. We'll take number,
Oh my goodness.
It's just like that. And then you get on to the next round. And in my particular group of 5 people, there were 3 other people that were fantastic. And 1 other person that was clearly shouldn't have been there. That one person got through.
Oh.
For ratings.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
for ratings, so it's not a true. And the rest of the people were turned away. But that's the thing.
Wow.
It's not truly about talent. It's about ratings. So it was an experience that I'm glad that I had. But it wasn't really a true talent show. It wasn't a talent search. I believe it was something that that was for ratings.
And then after that, did you just or is that when you started getting in bands, or when did that whole thing happen?
That was kind of when I thought, well, I met like a friend of a friend, and he was an older guy in the area, and he was looking for a background singer, and I was like, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
At least it'll get me, on some stages and get me used to people.
What was the name of that band?
He, that was, Ralph Harner. Harner Plumbing, Ralph Harner.
Okay. Whoever that is.
Ralph Harner. So Ralph Harner, I went to school with his nephews, so I knew the family a little bit, but he was somebody that had played out a lot and was a local musician and things like that. So he sang original music, and I kind of followed him around and sung in the background and was a background singer for a while and got my feet wet.
Sure.
That was a big deal, because that man taught me how to come out of my shell. Oh. So he really said, sing out. You don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Sing loud, sing clear, and that was kind of the first person that I guess, made me comfortable in the scene.
And then, so how long did you do that? And then what did you move on to?
So after that, I decided that I was going to really try to do my thing. I was going to do my own thing. So I started a couple different projects that didn't really become anything. One with Nick when he was just a teenager. And just kind of gave myself...
Nick is the brother.
Sorry, yeah, Nick.
My nephew.
Nick. And he... And then, he left and had members come out and, things like that, and tried to get something together. But it wasn't until really I met Joe Salitro, who was a saxophone player that had just recently picked up the bass.
Oh, wow.
And said, I met him through Ralph. So he said, hey, you know what? I'm in a metal band, and I know this might be a stretch for you, but it was a metal band with, that he was integrating sax into. So it was definitely experimental. But anyway, I followed him around to a couple bands, Joe. And, it was like, we had each other's back. He's like, I'm doing this project. It's kind of cool. Are you interested? They can use a singer, and then ended up years later, when my son was only like, I think 2 or 3, finding and creating Everhard, which was the original band that that I had for many years.
And you can still see that band or recordings of that band on YouTube, right?
Yes,
correct?
It is still on YouTube. Yeah, of some pretty high energy performances.
Pretty wild.
It's pretty crazy.
Especially the outfits this gal wore too. I mean, the swinging around of the hair.
Lots of hair flinging and
makes my neck hurt just
hurting. Yeah, lots of high heels, but it was definitely fun, and so much.
And you're good at it too. You were really good at it.
It's a character.
Yes.
It's just like being in a play. You're playing. I'm nothing like that in real life if you sit down, but if you, but getting to step on stage and being a complete rock star is so fun.
Yeah. And so then you did that group for how long? And you guys kind of dipped your toes in the water of writing too, correct?
Yes. So I don't think they were really doing writing before I came along, but I came along and I said, we can write. I have never really written with guys in this situation, that I've just met, but we can try to do this if you'd like. Would you like to try one of the songs that I've already written? So I presented a song to them, they liked it, and then the creating came after that.
Right.
Where we would sit down and somebody, would have a guitar lick or something they would bring to the table, and the rest of us would kind of like throw in all of our, our 2 cents and put our own spin on it, and then
so you worked on the arrangement of things too, correct?
Everything.
And how long did Everhard last?
I think we were about...
That sounded a little obscene.
I know. I think it was about 5 years.
That's a good long time.
Our guitar player moved to Colorado, and things just kind of like we all went our separate ways, but I feel like it was premature. I would love to still be doing that, though I don't know.
Well, never say never. I mean, you never know.
I mean, I don't know about wearing those heels anymore, and I think
you can.
Got a few more years on me now.
You can do something different. I mean, you don't have to be that person. But,
Sam and I have kept in contact, and we have talked about collaborating.
That's great.
Yeah. So.
And you did a collaboration with somebody that you did a video.
I did. Yes.
That was very good.
Thank you. That was actually somebody that I just met on Facebook. Was a musician that was out in the Youngstown area. Aiden Martinez, and he said, I am a composer. I do lots of stuff. I'm in a band, but also I want to compose some things, but I've never really put anybody else's vocals on it other than my own. Would you be interested in collaborating? So he sent me this track that was like almost all done. It had all these It was like
a keyboard thing with a lot of sequencing.
It was a soundtrack. It was an entire soundtrack, and it was like 7 minutes long. And he's like, "Here, write to this," and I was like, "Wow."
A 7-minute long song?
He was a composer, so he didn't know like that a typical pop song is 3.5 minutes. You know, he's just not, he had no concept of that. So it's kind of funny that people always say, "Oh, is that your 7-minute long song?"
But it's good though. It turned out really well.
So I just wrote some, a melody and some lyrics to it, and it, turned out really cool.
Beautiful video too of that.
Thank you. Thanks.
So I know you've been a mom for a long, long, long time. She's a good mom too. When that kind of starts to fade away, do you have any idea of, I mean, you also are an artist. I forgot to mention that. I mean, Sarah has a lot of multi-talents. But do you see yourself doing other kinds of things? I mean, besides of collaborating with your old aunt, do you see yourself doing anything in the future? I mean, do you have any
Absolutely
hankerings?
I do. It's funny because some days I don't have the itch at all. I'm just so happy being where I am, running my business, raising my son, and keeping, I'm happy. I have a happy partner.
Yeah.
I have happiness in my life, which is, my writing and my, so much of my past, what I created was because of pain. So music was always my outlet, for the pain and those negative emotions was a way to deal with that. And I'm not in pain anymore.
Right.
So I don't have the urgency as much to write and to perform. But the love of creating is something that I can't get rid of. It's always there. I have notes in my phone. Every time I think of a lyric, I pull out, or I'll talk to my phone, take a note down, Siri, a lyric or something that sticks or a melody line. I have a million recordings in my phone that I would do you?
Yeah.
All songwriters, I think, probably have
me going,
a notebook or
yes. This is,
here's me trying to beatbox, and mine went, I can hear this beat in the back of my head, yet, and then I go and listen to it like 3 months later. I'm like, what the hell?
What was I thinking? Right.
What is this crap?
But you have, right now, Sarah on Facebook has a, she's calling it a blog now, but it's a page. It's called Being Human. And that's because of your love of memes, or?
Yes.
And then you're going to do what with that? Will you go on Substack or anything into a blog, or is that going to be it?
I think I eventually will do that. But it was just kind of an experiment. I was on Facebook, and I, always seeing all these memes that are inspirational or encouraging, or, that just make me go, wow. And I was sharing with them with, friends and family, and they're all getting really sick of them. And I'm just like, there's got to be other people.
I like it.
I know you do. You're my number one fan. But there, I thought there's got to be other people who enjoy these. I'll just make a page, and if people, want to follow along and follow the page, they can share in these, in these special little, tidbits of thoughts and quotes and things like that. And so I just started that, and then it kind of took off, and the audience is growing, and I thought, okay, well, maybe I should write a little bit about me, and nobody knows that I'm me on the Being Human page until now. But, just little snippets about my past and my life, and little windows into certain places that maybe people wouldn't know existed, as coming from a single mom or a musician.
And they can relate to, that's so important.
Yes.
So right now, Sarah and I are going to do our first duet together. And this song is one that I wrote a couple of decades ago, maybe longer than that, because I used to do it in Baby Sirloin, I think.
Really?
Yeah. And it's one of those ones that I don't get sick of, and I keep revamping it to go with who I am at the time. And basically this song is about doing whatever floats your boat. That's basically what it's about. And we're going to play that song for you right now. Well, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay.
People got an idea of happiness, ride around in a big old motorboat, 90 miles an hour, thrill is in the power, ride the wind and wave, go baby go. If that makes you happy, well that's fine by me. Gotta catch you later, there's a place I'd rather be. Going to the country, going to the country, that's where I'm going, yeah. Going to the country, I'm going far. Going to the country. Some people got an idea how to live life, clean out their desk or mow the lawn, fill the refrigerator, have a few friends over, put your feet up, turn the TV on. If that makes you happy, well that's fine by me. I gotta catch you later, there's a place I'd rather be. Yeah. Going to the country, going to the country, that's where I'm going, yeah. Going to the country, I'm going far. Going to the country. Some people got an idea how to celebrate. Some people get a little tipsy on the town. Little floor to dance on, yeah. A little floor to dance on. Cold beer and neon. Shake your body, let your long hair down. If that makes you happy, well that's fine by me. I gotta catch you later, there's a place I'd rather be. Going to the country, going to the country, that's where I'm going, yeah. Going to the country, I'm going far. Going to the country, I'll be under the open sky. Oh my, oh, I let the breeze tickle my nose, yeah. Got the grass between my toes. Feel the sun on my face. Oh, it's my favorite kind of place. Under the old oak tree, yeah. Listen to the birds and bees.
And that's a wrap for episode 8 of my Home Song podcast. It was so special to do this one with my niece Sarah, and I wanted to thank my brother Dennis for creating the background music for our interview. I love that this was a family affair. Check out Sarah's blog, Being Human, on Substack and Facebook. More talented guests are coming up in future episodes. And you can leave a tip to support my music projects and sign up for notifications at DeFrangemusic.com. See you next month, and until then, wishing you all the best, my friends.